Hey friends, and welcome to this new video dedicated to Garten of Banban 9. Today we are not here to talk about simple theories, but about something much more concrete and surprising. In fact, just in the last few hours something happened that fired up the entire community. FARIS and Gepo, the two main developers of the game, are finally back active on Discord after a period of silence that left fans with so many unanswered questions. And they didn't just stop at a simple hello, on the contrary, they shared some very particular messages that hide key clues. Among these messages, one in particular caught everyone's attention, because it's not just normal text, but a message accompanied by a mysterious image. And inside this image lies a very important announcement. Imagine that it even talks about something that will happen tomorrow, so it's definitely a message we need to analyze together. In this video, we are going to read and comment on the official messages published by the developers, try to understand what they want to hint at, and above all, discuss the possible surprises that may arrive tomorrow. Maybe a special video, a new episode of Banban Chronicles, or even a surprise release of something directly connected to Garten of Banban 9. One thing is for sure, behind these clues there is a very precise meaning, and today we will discover together all the hidden details. So get comfortable, because this video will be full of analysis, observations, and theories that you definitely don't want to miss. And now let's immediately start analyzing the first messages that FARIS posted on Discord, because there is really a lot to say here. The first important detail is that FARIS shared a rather curious image. In this image we can clearly see the head of a snake. Already this alone set the community on fire, because it is not a random symbol. But let's go step by step. After posting this image, FARIS wrote a very short but at the same time direct message, tomorrow. Right after, he added another even more enigmatic message that said, I'll be reborn. This combination of clues, placed one after the other, confirms to us officially that something big will happen tomorrow. It is practically certain that the Euphoric brothers, the developers of the game, are preparing their official return. Now, what could all this mean? One of the most widespread hypotheses is that tomorrow a new official video could be released. Some fans have already theorized that it could be a new episode of the Banban Chronicles. For those who don't know, the Banban Chronicles is a special series that dives deep into the secrets of the game's characters. Here, the developers share curiosities, scrapped ideas, development moments, and anecdotes that led to the creation of the different mascots. Each episode is entirely dedicated to a different character, and this has always fascinated the community a lot. According to some theories, the next episode could be dedicated to Flambeau, the mascot we met in Chapter 8. That would make sense, because usually the Euphoric brothers choose characters who are fresh and relevant to the story, but here comes a crucial detail, the image of the snake. Why a snake? Is it a symbolic reference, maybe connected to a future character from Chapter 9, or is it part of a larger message that will be revealed tomorrow? At the moment we cannot say for sure, but I don't think it's a detail thrown in randomly. In short, tomorrow we will definitely have some answers, but already now it's clear that the developers want to play with us by creating a sense of mystery. The snake could be a hidden clue about Chapter 9, or just a small taste of what we will see in the next episode of the Banban Chronicles. In any case, the fact that FARIS talked about being reborn makes everything even more interesting, because it could mean a real comeback in style for the Euphoric brothers, ready to surprise the community again with totally unexpected content. Now let's move on to another crucial part of the announcement, which is the messages written by Gepo. For several weeks, Gepo has started to write a repeated message over and over, Uni Baloon. At first sight, it might look like a simple joke or just a way to get attention, but in reality this is not a random name at all. Uni Baloon is actually the name of one of the characters that we will meet in the series, and this is now clear to the entire community. At the moment, however, we haven't had the chance to meet him directly inside the main storyline. The only concrete clue we have is his mural, which appears in the secret room of Chapter 8. And thanks to that mural, we were able to observe some details of his design and start imagining his final look. As the name suggests, he is a mascot inspired by a balloon, with very particular traits that already make him recognizable. Yet the strangest and at the same time most fascinating thing is that Gepo did not just mention this character's name once, but has repeated it many times in the past weeks. This behavior is very unusual, because until now it had never happened that the developers insisted so much on a character who hasn't even officially appeared yet. Usually the mascots' names were revealed inside the game, or at least shortly before their debut. But there is one detail that makes everything even more interesting. Gepo actually started writing the name Uni Baloon even before the release of Chapter 8. This means that the name was made public well before players discovered the mural in the secret room and before the mascot was officially acknowledged inside the saga. A very unusual move, which suggests a precise strategy. And this is where the most accepted theory comes in. Maybe the Euphoric brothers decided to change their whole scheme regarding the marketing of their games. It could be that they are trying to create a new communication method with the fans based on repeated hints and enigmatic messages with the goal of fueling even more curiosity and community theories. The constant reference to Uni Baloon could just be the first step of a much bigger plan, a way to introduce new characters in advance and spark discussions before they officially appear. So, the fact that Geppo keeps writing Uni Baloon so many times should not be seen as a meaningless detail but rather as a clear signal. The developers are preparing something big, and this character will probably play a central role in the upcoming developments of Chapter 9. Now let's focus on what awaits us tomorrow, because it will definitely be a very important day for all the fans of Chapter 9. The clues we have analyzed so far clearly point to a new official announcement from the Euphoric brothers, and this has greatly increased the hype within the community. There are several possibilities on the table, and all of them are extremely interesting. The first hypothesis, as already mentioned, concerns the release of a new episode of the Banban Chronicles. If that's the case, we will have the opportunity to discover new details related to one of the characters in the saga, including those that were scrapped during the development phase. And this is exactly what makes the Banban Chronicles so fascinating. They don't just tell us curiosities, but also show us ideas that never made it into the main chapters. Among the scrapped characters, Oscar Star and Fuchsia were two of the most appreciated by the community, almost becoming legends, despite never being officially included. And we know very well that the Euphoric brothers in the past have brought back scrapped ideas and turned them into real mascots. So we cannot exclude the possibility that one of these characters may finally get its moment to shine. However, this is not the only possibility. Some people are also speculating that tomorrow's announcement could be about the mobile version of Chapter 8. Many players have been waiting for it for weeks, and it would be a great chance to reignite interest and let mobile players experience the full chapter. It wouldn't be surprising at all if tomorrow finally brought this long-awaited news. But that's not all, because there's another detail we must not forget. Tomorrow will also mark the release of the big update for Garten of Banban RPX, the official roleplay game of Garten of Banban on Roblox. And this update won't be trivial at all. Leaks and teasers suggest a new secret map that will finally become explorable. This means we'll be able to dive into new environments, make new discoveries, and maybe even find more clues directly connected to Chapter 9. In short, tomorrow will be a crucial day. Between a possible new episode of the Banban Chronicles, the mobile version of Chapter 8, and the Roblox update, we're in for plenty of new content that could further enrich the universe of Garten of Banban. Whatever the announcement will be, it's clear that the Euphoric brothers are preparing something truly important, and all we can do is wait to see what they will reveal to us. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.